Hello, boys and girls. I am here to go over Tuesday's schedule. After I go over the schedule, I am going to put the Brain Pop video on for Reduce, Reuse, Recycle, as well as for Earth, because I know some of you haven't had access to it. There's been some technical issues with it. So if you need those videos, you can scroll to the end of this video and you'll find them there. I'm gonna post them there. Okay, so make sure you do a little I-ready. By today, you should be at around 20-25 minutes for each reading and math. For reading, you're gonna read any book, or you could read the word slide. I'm sorry, you could read the book Slide. It's one of the books, the printable books that we use for centers. If your parents want to print that, or you could look at it on the computer screen and read it. The reason I like that book is because it goes over your blends, just like your spelling and sight words have blends. Sl is a blend. Slide has many blends within that story. So that'll help you with your spelling words if you need assistance with that, or you could read any book. For math, you are doing the e-textbook, the little brown book, math on the spot for 11.5 and the 11.5 homework. And again, for the homework, it's your choice if you want to do it on the e-book, the e-textbook, or the worksheet that I sent you guys. Okay? For science, that's when you're going to do the reduce, reuse, recycle video on Brain Pop. I'm going to show you that here. For social studies today, you're going to continue your Earth Day message. And those of you that are struggling with this, I want to show you the ones that have been sent to me already, because I think they're pretty amazing. Okay, so I'm going to go. Just to give you guys ideas, because ideas always help us generate more. So I'm just going to show you a few just to give you some ideas. And you could send it to me through Portfolio, but we're also going to share them during Zoom, because you guys are awesome with that. So I want you to see Earth Day message. So let's look at Liam's. I haven't seen this one yet. Grow plants, trees, fruits, and flowers. Oh, what a good message that is. Because planting seeds is always good for the environment. So of course that's good for Earth Day. Look at Sydney. She decided to use her chalkboard. That's beautiful. I love Earth. I love Earth. Beautifully done. And then look at Maya's, and she already posted it on her window. I love it. Do not waste. I can't read the whole thing. Maybe Maya, you could read it to us during our Zoom, but it's beautiful. And I love how you have it on your window. And look at Sophia's. She made hers out of clay. She did a clay art activity. Reuse things, take care of our earth, recycle. Sophia, that is pretty cool. And look at that there. I wonder if those are seeds. We'll ask her on Zoom. Beautifully done. Look at Luna's here. What I stand for is what I stand on. She told us this quote during Zoom today. So what she means is what she stands on. What she stands on Earth is what she stands for. She's going to fight for. So that is a beautiful message. You guys are awesome with this. You're doing awesome. I think that's all I got from my messages, but you have a lot of time to finish that. Okay, so those are some ideas. For writing, you're going to write 4 things you can do for the earth. If you want this one, you could just put numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And list the things you could do for earth. Plant seeds. Reuse my toys. Donate my clothes instead of throwing them out. So 4 things you could do for the earth. Okay, for spelling and sight words, you're going to go to spelling city. And then for Spanish, anaranjado y morado. ¿Qué es anaranjado? Anaranjado?
I don't know.
Anaranjado is orange, the color orange. Y morado? ¿Qué es morado?
Green? What?
Purple. Purple. Morado is purple. So today you are going to draw something that is anaranjado y algo morado and label it with the color. Okay, that is it for your assignments. Now I'm going to do the brain pop with you for those of you that don't have access to it. If you do have access and you were able to do it, you can pause the video. That's all I'm gonna go over after this, okay? So I'm gonna put the videos. I'll start with the reduce, reuse, recycle because I think that's, some of you have been able to do the Earth Day. I mean the Earth video. Some of you have not been able to do this. Now the problem with Brain Pop is they are moving it to the portal, the student portal. Hopefully everything moves smoothly. In my account, I still see all my students on there and all the activities, so it should be okay. So hopefully that works for you guys. But if not, use this video. So we're gonna start with reduce, reuse, recycle. That's today's video. So you can watch it here instead.
Good job, Lovey. We're doing our part to care for the environment. What is waste? Waste is anything you throw out and can't reuse. One person can throw away over 1,000 pounds of trash a year. Together, we make tons of waste. A lot of trash winds up in our landfills. Some waste is biodegradable, which means it breaks down in our environment naturally. A lot of waste is not biodegradable. It can cause a lot of problems and harm the soil, water, and air. But there's a lot we can do to help our environment. How can we reduce waste? When you reduce, you cut down or make something smaller. We can reduce by using less stuff and using only what we need. You can reduce how much water you use by turning the faucet off when you're not using it. A natural resource is something of value we get from the environment. Water, plants, animals, and soil are all natural resources. It's important to conserve or save our natural resources. Since natural resources power many of our homes and cars, we should reduce the amount of energy we use. We can turn off the lights when we don't need them. We can reduce the energy we use to cool our homes, and we can save energy by turning down the heater a little. We can also reduce waste by reusing items. How do we reuse? When you reuse something, you use it again and again. Items that you only use once are disposable and cause a lot of waste. It's much better to use items that you can use over and over again. Plastic bags can take hundreds of years to break down. We can use reusable bags instead. Instead of throwing away broken toys, you can fix them. also give away toys, books, furniture, and clothing you don't want anymore. Then they can be reused by other people. How do we recycle? When you recycle, you use materials from old items to make new items. You can recycle things like plastic bottles, cans, glass, paper, and even batteries. Cans and bottles can be recycled to make new cans and bottles. Steel can be recycled and used to make steel for buildings. Parts from old electronic equipment can be used to make new electronic equipment. The plastic from plastic bottles can be turned into rugs, shoes, clothing, and even playground equipment. Recycling saves energy and natural resources. When you recycle paper, you save trees from being cut down. It's important to care for our environment. We only have one planet, and it's up to all of us to take care of it. I think you can take that uniform off now, Moby.
Okay, so that's our reduce, reuse, recycle video. So reduce the amount of things you're using. Don't buy so many things. Don't keep consuming so many things. Try to just get what you need. Reuse the things you have instead of throwing them out. So this is the order in which you should do it. You should start by reducing. Don't waste so much. Don't purchase so much. Your next step, if you already have it, you can't reduce, but you can reuse it. So for example, this container used to be for coffee. I purchased it and it had coffee grinds inside. Well, instead of throwing it out, Ms. Dotel decided to reuse this. Reuse this, and this is where I keep all of your little names, okay? So containers, a lot of containers you get from the store, you can reuse and make it another item. Chloe has some containers that we've purchased from the grocery store, and we've made it into Lego containers. So these can be used and you would be reusing. Now I can make this pretty and draw on it and do something to it. I just haven't, but that's another thing. You could reinvent it a little, just like we did the cartons. We didn't just put the carton, we reinvented it. We painted it. We some of you added inspirational quotes to it. And then your last step is to recycle. Okay, if you already reused it or you find no purpose of it, your last step is to recycle it. You could recycle paper, that saves trees. You could recycle cans, glass. There's lots of things, newspapers, some plastic items, plastic water bottles.
And also, then they turn into new things.
Exactly. They use them to create a new thing instead of cutting down more trees and using more plastic. Exactly. Another thing of reduce that I didn't mention is turning off the lights when you're not using it, turning off the TV when you're not using it. Those are all reducing the amount of electricity we're using, which is good for your parents because they'll be wasting less money, but also good for our environment. So it's a win-win situation. Reduce the amount of water you use. Take short showers. Take short showers. Turn off the water when you're brushing your teeth. Don't let it run, just like they showed you in the video. Oh, there was one more thing I was going to say. No, well, I guess that's it. So reduce the amount of things you use. Reduce the amount of car rides you go on. Use the bicycle for Transportation Tuesday. So, and so on. Okay, so I am going to put the Earth video for those of you that were unable to watch the Earth video on Monday.
Earth.
And then we'll be done. Okay, now you're going to learn a little more about the Earth, and it's going to help us finish our KWL chart. what's happening here. Yes. Okay, here we go.
Where are we going, Moby? I don't think our shuttle will make it to space. It's okay, Moby. We can still learn about Earth without visiting outer space. Where is the Earth exactly? Our solar system is made up of the sun and all the planets, moons, and other bodies that go around it. Earth is the third planet from the sun. Right, Moby. Earth gets light and heat from the sun. The Earth rotates a full turn every 24 hours. That's one day. It takes about 365 days for Earth to orbit or go around the sun. That's 1 year. Earth has one moon, and it takes the moon about 1 month to orbit the Earth. So the moon orbits the Earth, and the Earth orbits the sun. Hey. Ew. Don't you know what Earth is made of? The Earth has 3 main layers: the core, the mantle, and the crust. The core is mostly made of metal. It's packed solid at the center, and it's liquid on the outside. Right, it's really hot. The middle layer of the Earth is the rocky mantle. It's the largest layer. The top layer is the crust. It's the thinnest layer and makes up the land we live on. The Earth also has gases around it, called the atmosphere. The atmosphere has the air we breathe. Much of the Earth is covered with water, like rivers, lakes, and especially oceans. In fact, we call it the blue planet because there's so much water. Water helps make life on Earth possible. What is life on Earth like? There are many different environments on Earth. Well, this is a tropical forest, but there are also deserts, mountains, prairies, and many underwater environments. Over 8 million different kinds of plants and animals live on Earth. And many different people live here too. There are over 7 billion people who live on Earth, and the population keeps growing. I guess since Earth is home to so many living things, it's important we take care of it. Well, we can protect the Earth by recycling things, and we can save energy by turning things off. We can also reduce pollution by riding our bikes instead of taking a car. Earth is our home, so we've got to take care of it. Do you think we can look at other planets now? Whoa, I meant with a telescope.
Okay, so that's our video. Again, if you don't find yourself being able to access BrainPop, try it through the student portal. And if it still doesn't let you take the quiz, then don't worry. You tried your best. Don't worry for this week. But that is it. Bye, guys.